I'll spare you all the preamble. I'm here to talk about Buffy Season 4, Episode 2, Living Conditions, and Angel Episode 2, Lonely Hearts. So in Buffy, Kathy, the roommate, was so incredibly obnoxious. I feel so vindicated that within the first quarter of the episode, I called that she wasn't a human. I was like, there is no way someone this annoying and this prominent in an episode is not, something has to be up, right? Like she has to be either a monster or a demon or possessed or cursed or something. There's no way this is just like some normal new roommate character. And I was right, and I feel very smart for that. I'm getting the hang of how this show rolls, right? But I loved the comedy leading up to their fight at the end. By the way, when Buffy reached over and peeled Kathy's face off, I literally yelled because that was crazy. Shook to my core. The whole fight, insane. I thought it was hilarious that Kathy, this like demon creature, was basically being treated like a kid still by her parent. And even though she's not human, it was a very like relatable kind of funny sort of trope they were playing with, and I liked it. I thought it was very entertaining the whole way there. I'm going to go back through my notes a little bit. Um like I thought that they really balanced this episode well between like what was going down with the roommate, Buffy losing her mind over the roommate. Then we have like some Oz stuff that was funny here. We had like cutaways to these like monsters that we didn't realize at the end were all kind of tied together. One of them looked straight up like Palpatine from Star Wars, by the way. I was like, that's crazy. Them having the same nightmares and like the slow reveal. I thought it was really expertly done. Um, I have several notes in here about how much I love Oz. Fork found in kitchen. I was like, I love Oz so much. He just states the obvious calmly all the time. One of my favorite lines from Oz in this episode is "Gotta respect the drive-by." He's just funny to me. I don't know. But Buffy convinced that this girl was a demon, real. Like, as someone who's had roommates, many, many different types of roommates over the course of my adult life, this is a canon event. We cannot interfere. I did think it was funny when she knocked Oz and Xander's heads together like coconuts. That was like they bonked heads in a cartoon manner, and I thought it was funny. So great episode, really liked it, and also I'm glad that I don't have to deal with Kathy after this episode because she was annoying as fuck. So now we have Angel episode 2 of season 1, Lonely Hearts, and my first note here is about Doyle. I don't know how I feel about Doyle. I don't feel any particular way about him. He's kind of just there to me. I don't have any strong feeling either way. It's not like I hate him, but I definitely don't really care at all about him yet. So I don't know if that's going to change. It's obviously only episode 2, and a lot of these characters are new. So I'll give it a chance. He's just kind of like, he's like mildly annoying sometimes to me. I'm like, okay. Made slightly better by the fact that he has an accent. I'm like, if you were an American on top of kind of how mildly annoying you are, I think I'd be more annoyed. But you get a little bit of a pass for the accent. I don't know. That's just how I work. I love that Cordelia immediately like inserted herself into the narrative as like, no, I'm actually, this is a business. I'm making business cards. We're going to be invoicing for this. I need you all to pull your shit together. I was like, you know what? Yes, we need a business minded woman on the team. I agree with this choice. I like it. I wrote here again, which is, I touched on this in my last video. Angel has no social skills. Like it continues to be really mortifying to watch him try to interact with regular people in regular people places. My guy, like we need to practice this a little bit. My roommate and bestie said the funniest thing imaginable during this, and there's a very small niche group of you that are going to find this funny, and I'm going to say it. Quote, Angel is the love child of Edward Cullen and Eddie Diaz. No, we will not elaborate further. You either understand it or you don't. All right. I wrote in all caps, the demon was disgusting, popping out of her chest and into that dude's back. That was some of the grossest monster effects I've seen in the Buffyverse. Hated it. Hated it. I hated the whole, like, in the bed and coming out of his bed. Yeah, not a fan of that. I love that Kate is an LAPD detective. I'm like, okay, we got like a detective lady on the cast. That's gonna be, I think, an interesting dynamic. I love them calling it Angel Investigations. I think it sounds silly, and I think it's funny. And the demon in this was low-key giving shapeshifter with his face peeling off. They love to peel off faces. What is with the early, like the late 90s and the early 2000s in genre media with like, they just love these like skin peeling effects. It's really, really grody. Um, there's also more crazy fight scenes in this episode, like crazy fight scenes in this show. Angel specifically, I'm like, they're really like amping it up a notch with the fight choreography. Yeah. Yeah. I'm here for it. Um I wrote here Angel suggesting to go out at the end. This is so funny. At the end when they're all like in their little office and he's like really awkwardly standing there and he's like, "Hey guys, should we like go out?" A party? Or he didn't say that, but you know what I mean. And they're all like, no, we'd all like to go home. And he's like, "Oh, thank God." And he just like is left alone in the dark to just like contemplate his thoughts in peace and quiet. Relatable as fuck. Another episode of Angel that I thoroughly enjoyed. So as I'm recording this, I'm currently on episode 5 actually of Buffy and Angel. It's taking me a minute because I have to sit down and make individual videos for each pair of episodes and I don't have a ton of time. But so far, being 5 episodes into both seasons, I'm really enjoying the like switching back and forth. It is a bit cumbersome because I'm watching Buffy on DVDs and I'm watching Angel on Hulu. So I'm having to like activate my PS4, like put in it's just like a lot of manual labor going back and forth between the two, but that's fine. It's really not a big deal. If there gets to be a point where it's so annoying it's like taking me out of enjoying either show, then I will reassess, but for now it's fine. It is just making it take longer for me to get through Buffy because it's now I'm going in half speed because for every hour I could be watching another Buffy episode, I am now watching an episode of Angel. So I don't know if I'm going to maintain this for all of the seasons of Angel. We will see. Put a pin in that one.